keynote address by Mr. Gurpawan Singh. He is also known as Garry to many. He brings over 28 years of experience in risk management, forensic analysis, and organization consulting. He is known for delivering impactful, innovative solutions across complex and dynamic environments, and currently serves as the President of IIRIS Consulting. As a strategic leader, he ensures high-quality services delivery across sector and geographies. Beyond consulting, he is an entrepreneur and investor with interest in education, HVAC, and market outreach. He works closely with senior stakeholders to align digital capabilities with business goals, driving growth, efficiency, and resilience through the use of data, analytics, and automation. I welcome my friend Gurpawan Singh to the podium.
Thank you. A very good morning to all. I hope I'm audible till back. Great. So I know there is a lot to be discussed about AI, and there is a lot happening a little bit far away on the western border where such things are being practically used as well. But yes, those are used less time, but we security professionals also use it almost on daily basis, and the use is regularly increasing. Thank you so much to Blue and Grey, specifically Dominic, and Durang, especially to Srini, for giving me opportunity to be here. I think it's a great topic, and what we are going to discuss is also the future shaping within the security world that we look at. Being the first topic, I know there are a lot of interesting sessions ahead. Being the first topic, I think I'll try to get everybody at least aligned to the topic where we are, how this is shaping up, and how exactly things have been evolving. Because we've not reached AI just like that, but where we have reached is going to be a huge, huge difference. I know the evolution has been looking at various aspects, and if you look at, even if you look at last 2,000 years or 3,000 years, whatever, everything that we have been inventing, there is a regular effort to bring things in control. Even minor things such as heating, ventilation, you want temperature in control. We have made dams, we have done a lot of things. Every time the human has been trying to tell nature or God that I can do what you've been doing. And that's a very regular thing. We are trying to get control, we are trying to clutch, and that's been most of the inventions and innovation that we looked at. Now, in last 10 years, what has started changing is huge. First time ever, humankind has produced something which can control humans now. See the difference. We've been trying to control. Now with artificial intelligence, we are reaching a story and a situation from we trying to control, there can be something which can control humans. It's a very big moment in the complete history of mankind, because when we've been trying to control, now we have produced something which can even control us. And this is going to change not only the security world, it's going to change too many things. As such, the rapid digitalization which is taking place, and the convenience and everything, the way it's been merging into smaller devices like phone. Earlier, you want to see a movie, you will go out. Now you have OTT on your phone. You want to order food, OTT. Bank, again phone. So whatever you need is coming to phone, and that's where the world is regularly going to be more and more on digital side. More and more on digital side will mean there is going to be control which will become automated, which is nothing else but AI. And these controls, as they will rapidly move ahead, are going to be, like I said, changing too many things. And with that change, we also need to not only adopt, but sometime, being security professionals, it's our responsibility to trigger and control. We need to trigger these changes. We need to bring changes and also steer them in the direction which is helping us and not the people on the other side. When I say people on the other side, obviously we are right now able to put administrative control for anything which is a natural deviation. But we professionals face miscreants, terrorists, rogue nations, when it's not a natural deviation, rather it's a purposeful plan of the other guys. So if you're looking at a lot of those situations, that means we need to use AI more for us rather than being used by the miscreants for them. And that's how if you don't trigger and you don't monitor, control, and steer in the right direction, the chances are we may be facing unnecessary situations. So if you look at within the security world, there are a few trends which are going on and how this AI is going to be bringing this change. Let me talk about this portion first. Gap between police and thief. Now let's look at India for that matter, because we are in India, but this situation is almost similar globally as well. If I look at, let's say, major centers across India, there are few lakhs cases with cyber wings of police lying there with no possibility to get solved. It's a very big problem, which means crime, again, it's a cyber crime, but it's crime. Crime taking place, but the gap between police and thief has become so much that the criminals are not getting caught. They are using the digital platforms or AI, even through voice. That's generative AI. When you're finding those bogus codes, your son talking to you on phone, whereas he's sitting with you. All this is generative AI. They are right now using generative AI, the miscreants, the criminals, more than you. That's where the gap between somebody who's supposed to stop the crime or catch the criminal and the criminal is increasing. If you look at the total size of cyber crimes that are taking place, they have already reached a large percentage of India's GDP. That's the kind of impact that's coming in. What other trends we are looking at? If you look at the global trends of crime, you are looking at falling down trends. And if I may just also mention that since a lot of cyber crimes are not even converted to FIR, they are given as a complaint. So when you look at the crime data released by India, they're not even termed as crime. So you look at crime going down because some of the other crimes, which were physical in nature, are getting converted. So physical crimes going down, digital crimes going up. Another big trend which is coming is risk has become very, very dynamic. Earlier, when we'll do a risk assessment, you could say that, okay, I'll do it after a year. But now within 1 year, there are so many events take place that your risk assessment done once is hardly valid and it's changing at a very fast rate. The other thing is awareness. Yes, all us professionals need our employees, our occupants, the citizens to be more aware. But that awareness is lacking because, again, the gap between chore and police. They are more aware, they're using more of AI, we're using less of it. So with this complete situation, if we very quickly do not adopt modern tools of AI, whether generative or otherwise, the chances are it's not going to go in our favor. This is the trend which is going on right now in the world. And if you look at how exactly the complete overall industry size is going up, and you will notice most of this jump up are going to be in two specific domains. One, the complete surveillance system, the way it operates. Number two, artificial intelligence. So if you are able to combine these two well, you have a very solid control on your security systems. So as of now, if you look at within India, traditionally, we've been only recording. And these recordings are available if you need to investigate. So this is, I treat it as it's almost same situation. If you remember a movie called Munna Bhai, MBBS, there's somebody sitting on a chair who can see things, but he cannot respond. That's what is your CCTV. Unless you bring your CCTV, that's your eyes, to your brain, which can analyze what's going up, and rest of the body, which can take actions, your system is just of no use. Because even if you have a recording available later to investigate, the other person may be smart enough even to dodge it. So what you really need is prevention or timely detection so that you can respond. Investigation is not response. Investigation is you lost things and now you're doing something. I will say investigations should lead to preventive and corrective actions for future, not only finding who did it or who didn't do it. So if that is the situation, your ability to use your CCTV and your ability to use certain AI methodology to make it preventive and timely detection for good response is a must. That's where the world is moving, and that's where a lot of important things are available. So what does this generative AI and overall AI can do? The impact of technology is my brain can only process, maybe even if I'm a super eyes and supercomputer brain, few cameras at a point of time. Whereas technology can help you monitor maybe 1 million cameras simultaneously. And not only those 1 million cameras, rather you can also monitor the activities. You can even monitor behavioral patterns. Recently we did a project, very interesting one, with a company which has classroom coaching. So there are 2 cameras in the front looking at the students, 1 camera at back looking at the teacher. If a student is not paying sufficient attention in the class, the cameras have the capability not only to detect, but also send SMS to his father or her father saying your son is not paying attention, especially in this particular class, he's not doing that. If teacher is not able to explain some concepts very nicely, all the cameras together can identify that and give a feedback to teacher that in your classroom session, when you were at 37th minute, your class was not with you. You can go back and revise, oh, what that was. So that is the level of generative AI analysis which can, and not only this particular aspect is linked to security, but this is linked to your business. It's the same camera. Why just distinguish between this is the camera for security and this is the camera for business? You have one device. Reduce your cost, use the same feed available to do different analysis. That's also technology that can do for you. You don't have to be like traditionally, I don't know if any of you have worked on certain anti-terrorist or anti-Naxal operations. There were people who have heard voice of certain Naxals or terrorists. And depending upon which area they're calling from, they used to be live listening to identify those voices. All that is shifted. Technology is available. No sort of limitation on scalability. No limitation. So that's huge amount of impact of technology which is coming up. We must use it. And like I said, if you're able to use for prevention and detection, that's where I think our responsibility lies. Let's not put up a system which will record and later you'll investigate. Let's not put up a system which cannot think for itself, which cannot think, do enough to warn you in time or even prevent. What stops you from having a system covering your perimeter? If somebody jumps from wall, your camera is able to detect. The first response is illuminate that area. Second response can be if the person is still moving. Obviously, this will simultaneously also pop up in the command center room so that security can start taking action. The system itself can send SMS or a phone call to the nearest guard with the message that this particular area needs to be monitored. What stops you from having the immediate door, which will be used by this person who has jumped into a perimeter to go inside, automatically lock it? So there are so many things which can be done. So look at prevention and detection so that you combine the cameras and AI together for immediate actions. And I know a lot of security professionals, when they're working with the CEOs, there's always discussion of, okay, what is return on investment? This is return on investment. Number one, you're preventing and detecting. Number two, use these features even for business. Again, one more recent project which was done, the cameras were used by a very large retail chain to inspect at the time of opening whether the store was properly ready to welcome the customers or not. Same camera. It can do loss prevention during shopping hours. It can also tell you whether the store was properly ready or not. So there are a huge number of things which can be done. I think that's where possibly, as security professionals, we need to step up. Because this system is also going to reduce your manpower dependency. If you look at the total number of guards being deployed in USA, those numbers have been reduced. It's only mostly Asian countries where the number of guards is still going up because of our economic activity going up. If we had 200 companies a year back, now we have 250. So obviously the security need is that way. Not that we are increasing the number of guards per unit. If you look at the overall business of, let's say, all the big companies, G4S, Securitas, and all those, their total business in Europe and US is shrinking. They do more business in Asia now. Africa is emerging as another place. But it's not because of you are increasing the number of guards in the same unit, the number of units which are coming up. That's what is increasing the business. So your manpower dependency is going to reduce, going to get no choice in it. At the same time, it's also a change coming up in the type of manpower you need to deploy who will manage security from here. So unless you hold hands of the present manpower and bring them to the present or future levels, even those people will require change. So not only as security professionals, we need to be ready, we need to get our teams ready. That's where it is. And in the end, this generative AI and everything is going to make a big difference in how you respond and how your security posture is. Let's take example right now of what we are looking at the international borders. Till now, the comparison of India and Pakistan only used to be, oh, they got so many millions, they got so many millions. Right? From here onwards, that comparison is going to change. It will not be a world which will look at how many planes you have and how many planes I have. It is going to be how much technology ready you are. Look at the air defense with us, able to block drones, and look at air defense over there itself getting a hit. Biggest security is national security. If so much of difference is already caused with AI and technology over there, you need to adopt, you need to go in that direction. So maybe I'll just say that as of now, the way things are, we do not have a choice. It's just that how quickly we can adopt ourselves, be ready with AI, and get our teams ready. Because from here onwards, the game has changed. You will prevent, timely detect and respond, not wait for only the investigations. Thank you so much.